Alright guys, we are back with another guitar build. And first thing we're going to do is get the back plate off here. Alright, so we've got the back plate off here. And I'm going to actually clip the grounds out of here. And clip the hots off of here. And then we'll flip it over. So I'll pause you and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so I've got the grounds and hot clipped on both the front and back pickup. So now we're going to roll it over. I've already took the liberty of taking the strings off. So we're going to take the screws out and get the pickups out. We need to set these screws to the side for the pickup ring because that's going to be the only thing that we use. So we're actually pulling these out. These actually are good pickups. These are DiMarzio Evolution pickups. I just decided to go a different route on this guitar. And let's get the back out. Alright, and we're going to get that one out. Alright, now, well, I guess I should go ahead and tell you what we are going to build here. So, I'm going to build a poor man's Stratocaster. As I get older, I'm starting to appreciate those David Gilmour tones. And what I'm going to use is original Jackson made in the USA pickups from the 80s, single coils. And these are all on par with some of your best Fender pickups. I did have to splice some wire on these because somewhere down the road they've been cut a little too short. But your white is hot and your black is ground. And I'm going to go ahead and get this bolted in and then I'll bring you back. Alright, we're back. And there's the conversion ring. And something to be mentioned about these old vintage pickups for the Jackson single coils is they are staggered like a vintage Fender pickup is. And we'll go over to this side now. So I had to splice on these where they've been cut short. I did not have any black, but as weird as it is, red's going to be my ground, white is the hot. So first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to change these 500K pots out to 250K. And then we're going to have to get rid of the 027 capacitor. We're going to go 047, which would be Fender spec. Now, Fender actually had the ceramic, the orange little disc capacitors. They do add a lot of grit to the sound. So I'm going to try, actually do have some Tropical Fish 047 capacitors I'm going to try first before I go that route. But these guys right here is a 047. So I'm going to get these pots out and swap them out, and I'll bring you right back here. Alright, here's what we've learned so far. So the 250K pots for this would not fit. So if you put a 250K pot in these guitars, it's got to be a long shaft, not a short shaft. So you can use a 500K pot. You have to put a resistor in line with your hot to ground, a 470K resistor, and that is supposedly supposed to make it, cut it down to like a 250K. So here's what these things look like. And the gold ring actually goes to ground. Yellow is the first thing you come to. And 470K resistor is what you need on those. So now we're going back over here, and then we're going to the back pickup. So when I got this ring, I got the angled, which that way we'll put it at the Stratocaster Fender type angle that you see on Stratocasters and Telecasters. All have that angled pickup. So I'm going to put that thing in, and I'll bring you back. Alright guys, so here's what we're looking like so far. So I've got it angled on this bass side just like a Strat. I've got the knobs on. I'm going to flip this thing over and get this pickup soldered in, and then I'll be back with you. Alright guys, so we got everything wired up, and I'll show you a tip. Plug your amp in before you put everything back together. Plug it in. Back pickup should be going. Let's do the middle and the neck. Always test your stuff before you put it back together. That way, if you do have some type of issue, you can fix it now versus having to pull your guitar back apart. So I'm going to go ahead and oil up the fretboard and put some new strings on. I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, we've got it strung up, and there's a look at it. And the reason why I picked this guitar was it's a 25.5-inch scale. It's 22 frets. A Fender is 21. So my thoughts is it'll be close. I've got the angle pickup like the Strat. We got the straight neck pickup. It's going to be real close, and I just want to be able to get those tones, or see if I could get those tones on the cheap. Now, the bodywood on these is poplar, so it's going to be a little different versus an ash Stratocaster. But I'm hoping to get into that realm of sound, and maybe to get some Gilmore tones and some of that type stuff. And you can do this on the cheap, because you can either pick these guitars up cheap, or you can even buy them new, and you can do all this way cheaper than you can get a American Series Fender Stratocaster. So this is an option out there, and maybe y'all are just bored with some of these guitars and they're sitting in a corner, and you can do something new with them. I'll come back at a later point after I've spent some time with these, and I'll do a playthrough. Thank y'all for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.